The thought that some YouTubers are the most recognisable names in boxing today will leave many of the sport's purists aghast.
Logan Paul, this is the moment.
But it is the case, and the noise is becoming hard to ignore. Sky News has learned that one of the biggest combat sports pay-per-view fights in 2023 came from this influencer boxing event held in Manchester. The show, named the Prime Card, reportedly sold over 1 million sales and was put together by the most popular influencer promotion company, Misfits Boxing.
So we go in here, there's the Players' Lounge.
Their president, who is also an established promoter in the traditional game, sees this product as the ultimate version of changing the sport for the better.
You can see we're bringing in more and more young kids into the arenas. Those kids will pick up gloves. Not all of them, but as long as it's a few of them, that's a great thing for not only the sport of boxing, but society. You know, it's something that has and will continue to build a fan base, and that's just so important. We've missed a generation as boxing.
This side of boxing thrives on gimmicky characters with razzmatazz and zing. Ultimately, they help companies like Misfits Boxing garner millions of clicks online. Something they recognise.
It's a different type of entertainment. You're not watching it because you're going to see a jab like Muhammad Ali's. You're not going to see the feet of Muhammad Ali in that ring either. But you are going to get great entertainment. You've got storylines. You've got what the kids love, that online beef. And that's, you know, I think that's the secret of the success.
Here we go. This surely is the end of the fight.
Influencer boxing rose from humble beginnings with this white-collar fight in 2018.
Nothing almost. Ooh, they're definitely not shy with these 10-ounce gloves and no head guard.
But as interest has grown, the scene has evolved from its original form and adapted to match the professional game, with the removal of head guards and the adoption of 10-ounce gloves. While these changes have helped to bring an even bigger buzz, they've also created serious concern in the industry, with some saying there seem to be no limits to what is acceptable, and arguably turns a noble, dangerous sport into a pantomime. On a number of occasions, influencers have violated the rules of boxing in the form of illegal knockouts and failed drug tests, which have led to disqualifications and suspensions. A lot of those decisions were made by the Professional Boxing Association, who have been in charge of regulating most influencer bouts, but last year, due to safety concerns, withdrew from working with promotion company Kingpin Boxing, and just this year parted ways with Misfits Boxing, though confirming that they have always held high standards when it comes to boxer safety. The British Boxing Board of Control is the only government-recognised authority for professional boxing in the UK, and their General Secretary thinks the line has long been crossed.
I don't agree with influencer boxing, and the main reason being is some of the standards you see is very, very poor. And therefore, I'm fairly confident that a lot of people who are taking part in that, if they applied for a licence with us, would not get one. Boxing is dangerous. Somebody will possibly die in the future. And that's obviously the trouble with that then is it's boxing. It's not just influencer boxing, it's boxing. And the first person they come to is me on a Monday morning when something's gone wrong, because it's boxing and they think the boxing board are involved in it, and we're not.
Now, when you throw a punch...
One man who has been involved in influencer boxing is former European champion Spencer Oliver.
Try it on your back and twist, rotate your hands around.
He organised that very first influencer boxing event in 2018, but the current state of what he started makes him uncomfortable.
Professional boxing, you've got people that are in there that know how to defend properly, that are conditioned. They've been doing it since they were 7, 8 years of age, and they've worked to that point. You know, with the influencer boxing and where it's heading now, you've got guys and girls that are coming out that have got no experience at all. They're not conditioned at all. They're going in there, and some of them are too one-sided, way too one-sided. It's a disaster waiting to happen.
But there's another reason to why influencer boxing leaves a sour taste in Spencer's mouth.
Nothing too much for him to worry about this late on. Oh, he's got him there. That will be the end of it, I think. I doubt if he's going to get up from that.
This right hook gave him a life-threatening blood clot in the brain and ended his fighting career forever.
I'm afraid to tell you that this does not look so good.
Spencer was put into an induced coma for 2 weeks and miraculously made a full recovery.
What makes me most worried about the influencer boxing scene is that someone's going to get injured in the ring, like I did back in 1998. I know the risks that are involved in boxing. It will leave a stain on boxing. God forbid something happens to one of them.
Misfits Boxing are adamant that they recognise and take boxer safety more seriously than anything and anyone else.
It's not like, oh, well, this isn't real boxing, we're going to have a lower level. We have exactly the same level as any other professional boxing event. But on top of that, we're looking at investing into areas this year to bring in new tests as well. Tests that I hope that will translate into the traditional sport as well. And that's the approach we take, that we take it to the highest possible professional standard.
Can you say with confidence that you and your team at Misfits Boxing has prioritised the safety of every influencer who's stepped into the ring over profits?
Absolutely, yeah.
To some, influencer boxing is viewed as a disease in the sport that needs to be eradicated. However, with the record-breaking success so far and the ambitious plans ahead, there's no doubt that this phenomenon is here to stay for now. This space brings the exciting opportunity of changing lives by drawing millions of new and younger fans to the boxing world. Such is the power of influencers. But with great power comes great responsibility. Amrit Singh Mann, Sky News.